That's the intro. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 130, 40, 43, 143 episode of podcast.
Fucking Christ.
Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is the Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is here. Nailed it.
Perfect. Amateur hour. Beautiful.
Why does it get harder the more episodes we do it? I don't think
know.
I messed up nearly as much in the beginning.
Maybe you were like so hyper focused, and now we're just drunk.
Yeah, now I don't
relaxed.
give a shit. I'm drunk. I'm 5 beers deep, and I'm like, fucking click it.
Click the goddamn button. Why aren't you
Just
sharing?
record it. I'm jealous of those podcasts that just roll. You know, like there is no intro. You're just always talking, and you're like, oh, I guess the start of the conversation is halfway about this sandwich in the beginning, and then at some point you go, and our guest today is this person. You're like, oh wait, fuck, you tricked me. I didn't know I was listening to a podcast.
I thought this was about sandwiches. Fuck.
I don't have enough to say about sandwiches. I like turkey sandwiches, I guess, would be how I would go, and then BLTs right up there.
Two BLTs.
A good BLT paninis. You know what? Actually, maybe I have more to say about sandwiches than I thought.
My favorite has always been a good BLT or a grilled cheese. Now we're getting into more complex
ass. Grilled cheese. Tomato soup on the side. Dip that shit in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, turkey sandwich dipped in tomato soup is amazing.
Honestly, anything, any kind of bread,
dip literally anything that you can find. Anything in your immediate area can go in tomato soup. French
fries, fucking anything that's carb related.
Ice cream, just a scoop of it.
You know there is like a tomato ice cream.
You know actually what would work, and I can't believe I've never done this, is a fucking string cheese. Just dip that shit in there.
Yeah.
Munch it.
Get it all melty.
Because it's cold as fuck, and then it's like hot, and those two things are great together.
Yeah.
I like that.
What if you got a mozzarella stick? Because it's got the crunchy texture on the outside, gooey cheese on the inside, and then you dip that in the fucking...
Yeah.
Damn.
That'd be pretty good.
This is now food podcast. This is food.
Absolutely.
I've taken over.
But trashy food only.
Hey, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
That was literally my favorite.
We get these pita pocket fucking... they're not pita, but it's like some sort of bread surrounding chicken. It's like a little pita sandwich thing.
Yeah.
And a common midnight snack for me now is to make one of those, and then also a quesadilla and wrap it in the quesadilla.
Holy shit, that's so slutty. Holy fuck.
It's goddamn disgusting. And then sometimes we have barbecue sauce, and I'll dip that in there, and it's just the best.
I'm proud of you.
What starts as desperation at midnight becomes gourmet cooking.
That's what always happened to me when I was drunk. Because, like, I've worked in food
Yeah.
I'm
also revealing I'm drunk at midnight usually.
Fair. I would get, like, super trashed, and instead of, like... And I would be at, like, work getting trashed, too, because that's what you do.
Oh,
and,
God,
Oh, it was the best at
I'm
catering
jealous.
events. And you're surrounded by, like, all this amazing food and all these talented people. And I didn't want, like, steak or, like, anything
and then
nice.
There's you.
I want fucking Taco Bell. I crave a fucking chalupa or a quesadilla from Taco Bell when I'm fucked up and drunk. I'll be like, I'm going home, I'll get Taco Bell.
What is the sauce they put on those quesadillas there? It's fucking good.
The Baja sauce. You can actually buy that in the stores.
Fuck yeah. Give me that shit.
Make your own.
Oh, I should. I'm not kidding. We're not talking about video games this entire episode. So
yeah, this is
if that bothers you,
episode.
There's the door. I'm pointing to a real door. We're not doing a video podcast, but I am. Trust me.
But yeah, you could put that in your quesadilla, wrap that around your little fucking turkey pocket thing, and then there you go. That'd be pretty good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've just been informed we're having tamales for dinner. That sounds great.
Oh, you're fucking lucky. I want
Hot
goddamn
tamales, though, the candy. We're doing a candy thing. No. Actual tamales.
I mean, both would be good at the end of the day.
I'm not a big tamale fan. Spicy candy's not... I don't know. That's a no for me.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Spicy candy.
I like spicy food, but spicy candy for some reason, it's just not the feel I'm going for.
Yeah, fair.
Seems like a waste. Bunny?
Yeah.
I just was informed that we're actually contractually obligated to talk about video games.
Oh, okay.
So,
Did the bigwigs
do you want to get that over real quick?
Yeah. And then we could get back to the bigwigs.
The big wigs, yeah. Huge wigs flew into my room, and they were like,
yeah.
wham, video games. They sound like birds.
They look like George Washington's hair.
Yeah.
And they just squawk like birds.
Flap around. Yeah. Everyone knows exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, you guys know what's up when the wigs come and scream at you to talk about video games.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah. No such thing as being independent these days. Not with the big wigs flying around.
Okay, well, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first this week?
Go ahead. Do it.
All
it's
right.
your show, probably, I guess.
All
What
right.
I just said.
Perfect. It is my show now. This is the Evil Space Bunny and the Real Portz podcast.
It's called Ignore the Evil Space Bunny.
Ignore the Evil Bunny. So I got back into Devil Daggers because I'm a fucking idiot. And, but I did beat a few games this week. I beat Titanfall. It was great. Cried. I think I'm just emotionally fucked up.
Oh yeah,
this
you
week.
DM'd me about this, and I forgot we never talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
A lot happens in a week, turns out.
It does. A lot happens in a week, exactly. So I beat it. It was great. The action was great. I love BT. Really sad at that ending, and yeah, I cried over a fucking robot. Actually, I cried over 2 robots this week. Okay. I played the cat game, which is now one of the most popular games on Steam right now, and it's on track to be like possibly a nominee for Game of the Year. It's Stray.
That's crazy. All right.
It is the biggest. It's like it beat out Elden Ring.
But it's like the gimmick of being a cat, right?
It's a good game.
Is it?
It's good game.
Look, if you like stealth games, I guess sure.
I don't like stealth games. You know I hate stealth games, but it is
There's
not...
so much of it, at least from the tiny bit that I saw.
The last bit, I will say that there is quite a bit of stealth when you're trying to escape the area that I was in. But after that, but before that, it's not. It's like this lovely adventure.
Like, from my perspective of the literal 20 minutes of this game that I've seen, so that's my entire basis. Is it 6 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, is that like a completionist thing?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I enjoyed
I saw somebody said they beat it in 2 hours. How is that possible?
So that's speed running. There is an achievement for
They're
speed
already
running.
doing that?
Yes, there's an achievement for it.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So this game was smart. It did it added a lot of replay value with adding that speedrun element to it. There's badges that you get along the way for completing little side quests, and then they carry over between each play. So if you did the side quest, you get this like little Boy Scouts badge on your little kitty vest, and if you do certain quests, you get a different vest. And it's just cutesy, gimmicky shit. But I will say that the atmosphere of this game feels really great. The characters are all interesting, and trying to find out what happened to humanity and like why the robots are evolving in this game is so neat. And I love snarky robots. I love witty robots. So this was not just a game about cats. This was a game about robot development. And my favorite character in Star Trek is Data, who's an android, and he has the most character development because he's trying to be human, and that's what's happening in this game. The robots are evolving and trying to become more human. They become creative. They start creating music and art and like all
Are
this
they pooping
stuff.
out babies like a Nier Automata?
No, not Nier Automata. Weird.
Okay, all right.
But they do treat each other like family. And so there is some like family dynamics in some of them, and it is just such a great story. The little gimmicks of being a cat is just amusing and cute, scratching shit, snuggling up against people, jumping on the robots, interrupting games and stuff. It's cute. It's lovely. It's fun. It breaks up kind of the scary sides of the game. But it is so good. I cried at the end. Because of a robot. But it was so cute. Honestly, I was expecting going into this gimmicky cat game. It's going to be a gimmicky cat game.
It's still, I'm not 100% sold.
This. Yeah, that's totally fair.
I do like the Soma-like elements of it, but yeah, I don't think there's anything about the gameplay that I personally would like. Not to disparage anyone else.
No, I don't think it's a game for you specifically, but I think a lot of people would fall in love with this game.
And I do want to say, just to sort of represent both sides here.
Yeah, go ahead.
That it seems like, from the outside looking in, a lot of the content I've seen my girlfriend play it, I've seen you play it. It seems like a lot of it is, ooh, I'm a cat, yay! That element is big in there, right?
It is very big, but also just looking at the environment and like finding the little things along the way is part of the fun.
Okay.
And yeah, you do get to be a cat, and you get to be annoying.
And like die a little inside every time you fail.
Oh my god, it was so traumatizing. The very beginning of the game is a little traumatizing, and you're like being a cat and you're being cute. And then
I heard about it for 4 days straight.
I wanted to cry. I was like, oh my god! And even chat was getting upset. They're like, I'm so like one of my chat members.
It's not even as bad as Bambi though. Nobody died.
No.
You just got separated.
But he gets hurt and he's like scared, and it's just like, I'm like, why?
It's all the cats in the background mewing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's an achievement to meow 100 times. I got that in like less than 2 minutes.
You know, that's something I do respect. That's like the Luigi's Mansion Mario button. It's great.
Exactly.
All about that.
The last game I played was an interesting game that actually got a lot of news this week. It's a game called Refund Me If You Can. And it is a...
What?
Yes. It is a gimmick game. And it was very interesting, and it was very stressful and terrifying. So you're in a maze. There's no pause. There's no chill.
What?
So you're in a maze, and there's monsters throughout the whole maze and everything. And if you stay in an area for too long, a monster will spawn and just come kill you. So nowhere is safe. They say there's safe spots, but I didn't find any. They're like, if you find this is a safe spot in the tutorial. But basically, as soon as you launch the game, there's a timer in the corner of your screen, and it starts counting down. And if you make it to less than 2 hours, you beat the game, and you can refund it. And there's this whole thing saying that if you try to refund it without beating the game, you're a coward. And it basically calls people out. It is fucking straight up merciless. And it is and you get like these glow sticks to mark your path, and they don't disappear when you die, and you're gonna die a fuck ton. And so there's a bunch of different paths. I eventually beat it in about an hour 40 minutes, or no, hour 20 minutes.
It seems like almost all these reviews have people that have done it in under 2 hours.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people, and they're not refunding it. I'm not going to refund it because I want to support the devs, and I curse their name the entire time while playing it. So I think it's only fair.
$4. Like, whatever. Yeah. Just leave it.
Yeah, exactly. There was like one bad review. It's like it's just a maze. You can't turn down the sound. Blah, 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 blah. And like it's like, yeah, most of these indie games are like this. fucking get used to it.
Yeah, I like that's some sort of ploy. It's like, no, it's just an indie game. Sorry, it's $4. It might be a hidden bonus. Like, yeah, it takes a little bit of time to, but that's absurd.
Somebody was like crying about it. We looked at the reviews after we beat it and stuff, so I could like check it out and everything. And
Mostly positive.
Mostly
Pretty
positive,
good.
yeah. It's pretty good. It is very gimmicky. Literally after we beat it, an update got pushed out that added another route. And I'm like, and it's like new monster, new route. But it made the ending easier. And I'm like, fucker.
Wow.
Because that was a nightmare. But it was good. It was interesting. It was
Cool.
interesting to
Wait, so
to
what was
play.
the news? It was just like a funny concept?
Yeah, everybody's
Okay.
like, oh, these devs called people cowards and shit like that.
Free advertising.
Free advertising. Good press. All press is good press.
No press
That's
is
even-
good press.
No press.
That's how we've been trying to do it.
Shit. Say something scandalous.
Gabe Gonzo is bad at Dota. Nope, everyone believes that. Hold on. Let's see. Pew is not a nice guy. These are the 4 listeners we have. Thanks for indulging us on that. Thanks for listening, you guys. We're not talking down to you in any way. Trust me.
Exactly. Thank you, guys.
But that last one was untrue. Pew is like the most polite person I've ever met.
Oh, pew pew. How sweet. Okay, so that's what I played this week. What did you play?
Oh yeah, I have to talk. I forgot. So
Yep.
I've been doing a little gaming in bed with the Steam Deck. It's one of those things where too many, like, I'm so fascinated by the tech, it's hard to sit down with one game for a long time, so I have been booting up a bunch of games.
Right.
But the ones that have surprised me a little bit is like old like B tier games that I just didn't think had Linux support, you know, like Divinity 2, Ego Draconis, that I used to talk about a lot, never beat because it got too hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a different build this time. I'm gonna go melee instead of ranged because I think you can actually
Ooh.
tank up and tank some of the hits. And if that fails, I'm just gonna cheat my way through it.
You're like, fuck you.
Because I like this game. I was playing the intro of it and I heard this music and I was like, oh, I'm like nostalgic for this game I never beat. It's kind of cool. It's like Oblivion a couple years ago when I hadn't beat that game.
I love that game.
What else did I try on? Oh, I've been playing a bunch of No Kuni, which is perfect on the Steam Deck. It's like turn-based, so there's not a lot of precise mechanics, right?
Right.
And then I also think, because I started this game a long time ago, and it's going to be one of those games that I think I just play in small increments over years, because it's the perfect kind of game that's really long. There's a lot of stuff to do in it, but it doesn't really give a shit if you like forgot a bunch about it. You know, there's nothing complicated in it, so you can just pick it up and put it down. Like, the story is so boilerplate. You know, it's like it doesn't give a shit mechanically or story or any of that, which is fantastic. I love shit like that for this specific. Because sometimes you don't want to start a new game, right? You're like, I have an hour game. I don't want to start a brand new fucking game. I'll go play that fucking game. So it fills that void very nicely and works really well on the Steam Deck.
That's nice. Definitely makes
what
it
else did
a
I
lot
do?
easier.
Yeah. What else did I do? Skyrim VR I've been doing a little bit of, but so I've been having these mod problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're mods and that's just the nature of PC modding.
Right.
But now they're happening whether I add a new mod or not. They just, I guess, on restart of my computer, my controls get reset or a mod doesn't load. It's fucking annoying as shit.
Weird.
And so every time I play, I basically have to uninstall all my mods and reinstall them, which is easy to do through Vortex, but still,
Annoying.
fuck, it adds like 10 minutes to my operation. And sometimes it doesn't work. I have to do different ones. Like, I'm thinking maybe I have my load order wrong. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I followed the list that they provide on one of them, but it doesn't include all the mods I'm using. So
Yeah.
it's you know. There's a reason I don't mod very often.
Yeah, it's
Especially with VR, it's like not enough people have it, so that
that's
it's
a good point.
super figured out. Because like the PC main Skyrim has millions, literally millions of people downloading mods.
Yeah.
Skyrim VR is like maybe thousands, a couple thousand. Yeah. So frustrating, but still an amazing experience that's worth it.
Yeah. Damn. That would frustrate. I think that would. That's why I don't mod most of those games like that, unless it's like easy download, one button with everything I want, like Minecraft. I just don't. I don't.
So
do it.
The Nexus is starting to come out with packs.
Ooh.
Where you just click a button and it downloads and installs all of them in the order that they're supposed to and shit like that. But even those have success ratings on them. They're like, what? This one's 75% people say it works. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? But it's new and that we not enough people have started using it because almost everyone already has the mods they want, you know? So,
right.
Whatever. Bullshit.
Oh, well. It is what it is.
We also on Saturday, Fabian and myself streamed Deadly Premonition.
Oh my god, that game looks so jank.
Which we have been waiting so long to play this game independently before we met each other, and then when Fabian discovered I did the B tier shit, we started talking about that game together, and we're like, "Oh, you haven't played that? I haven't played that." It is quintessential B tier. It is fucking incredible.
So
it's
bad.
janky in the right ways. Well, so the PC port we had a lot of problems with, and we're actually going to restart on Xbox 360 next. Well, actually, I think we're going to play up to our progress offline, and then continue from the 360 save on Saturday because it got fucking crazy. First of all, the PC port to change between full screen and not full screen, windowed, you have to restart the game and go back into the launcher. And to switch back and forth between keyboard and mouse, which by the way, keyboard doesn't work, you have to go back to the launcher.
Okay.
And the game only runs in 720p.
Okay.
Whether it's full screen or not.
Oh no.
It's fucking crazy.
That's weird.
And then there's a bunch of crashes that can only be solved. Well, one of them could only be solved by going into windowed mode. So we had to exit the game, right? Because we don't want to play this whole game fucking windowed.
Right.
We had to exit the game, go fucking add Windows 98 support for fucking compatibility. 98, by the way. This game came out in 2010. For both the game and the launcher. And I had to disable the Steam overlay.
Oh no.
And then we got through that part.
Yeah, just Xbox it.
So now we're like, okay, but there's going to be more problems. So let's just... and it's randomly frozen in the open world while we were windowed. So
yeah.
Big problems. So yeah, next week we will be doing the 360. But other than those problems, lots of problems for me this week. No wonder I fucking hate video games right now.
Fuck technical support, Jesus.
Yeah, the game is just goddamn incredible. It's every decision they've made, it feels like they made for me.
Right.
There is... Okay, so there's they don't do it for a while. For a long time, it seems like a normal game that has really weird dialogue or whatever. It's like, that's weird, but okay. And then there's this scene where, for no reason whatsoever, characters give an exposition back and forth, just talking to each other. There's just a loud fucking whistling.
Mm-hmm.
Super loud. Like, if you've ever watched The Godfather and know how loud the trumpets are in that, it's like that volume doubled, but whistling. And you're like, what the fuck? If I didn't have subtitles on right now, I would not be able to hear what they're saying. And you think, oh, that's weird and quirky, and that's cool. But the rest of the game has that song in it too. Not forever, but there's basically 3 songs in the game that every time a cutscene plays, it seems like they randomly decide to start a song, cut it off at a certain point, go to another song, and sometimes they let the whole song play, sometimes they don't. It's crazy.
Wow, this sounds like a masterpiece. Game of the year.
Now, the whistling reminded me of Robin Hood, the 1973 version, the animated Disney one.
Yeah.
Because there's a whistle song in there, and we looked it up and played them both on stream. It matches almost exactly. And then Fabian was in the kitchen trying to do the whistle in her head, and she kept coming up with Super Mario World's theme. And she's like, "Well, that's weird, whatever." And then came back, and then we were looking it up, and a bunch of other people made that connection as well. So we slowed down the YouTube video that had Super Mario World because it's super fast, and on 0.5 speed, it matches 100%. Like the first minute of this song is exactly the Super Mario World theme with a couple notes missing.
That one?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't have good enough ear memory to know. But yeah, it's I linked it in my Discord. It's crazy. Which means not only is this game ripping off Super Mario World, but Super Mario World rips off fucking Disney from 1973. Like, holy fuck, how deep does this go? And now it's my favorite song in the world. The double ripped off version.
The double ripped off version. Okay, so how far are you into this game?
We played it's hard to tell exactly. We're only on for the first chapter still, I think. Maybe chapter 2. I think we're on chapter 1 still with all the technical difficulties. We streamed for 6 hours. But a lot of that was trying to get things to work. So, I don't know exactly.
Okay.
We estimated we could probably get to this point, skipping cutscenes and shit, if we don't run into issues on the 360 in like an hour and a half, probably.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. And also we're, streaming and making fun of it together. And so we're taking a lot longer than we normally would playing it again, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. It's a special gem. We were pissed that we had to stop playing it. I mean, we made the decision. We could have tried to keep going, but we're like, God, it was conflicting, even though we were having so many problems. It's a fun fucking game. It's not too hard. Like, the combat, they give you as much ammo as you possibly need for your base handgun. And there's no puzzles, really. There's just go around the corner and press that button. That's the puzzle. It's fantastic for a B-tier game like this, because sometimes B-tier games are too ambitious, and that's where they fall apart. This game is no, we're just gonna throw the weirdest shit at you, and then have a child's game in it.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, the content's not for children. It's deeply adult, but it's fucking great. I'm having a great time. The main character has schizophrenia or something, but I think it's they're also doing a tongue-in-cheek thing where you're the split personality or imaginary friend he's talking to.
Yeah.
Because he'll be you'll stop the car and he'll get out and be like, "Hey, Zach," which is the name of whoever he's talking to.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "We gotta go do this thing, but you're in charge." Great.
That's great. I'm glad you got through all those chaotic things. I love the fact that you'll spend all this time trying to play this super jank game, but you shit all over a game about a kitty cat. You're just playing a cat. 6 hours.
Just 6 hours being a cat. I don't get it. That doesn't tickle my fancy. It's so funny because what was it you that was like, "Oh, you get to be an asshole like your real life cats." It's why would I want to relive that? Fuck them.
But it's you. You get to.
Who cares? It's not me. I'd just be thinking about stupid cats.
Can't
I have
hug
some
every
secret. It's not secret, but some disdain for cats. They're far better than dogs, though. Jesus Christ.
cat. Oh yeah, dogs. Dogs are rough. I love dogs too.
Look, they're great because they're so innocent and all that and loyal, and they're happy to see you, and that's cool. But they're chaotic and they're unruly, and they just are stupid. Like, I get that dogs can learn tricks and stuff like that, but they're bumbling idiots. I mean, they just knock over shit running around. They can't control their fucking bodies. I'm specifically thinking about puppies, I think, but still.
No, big dogs too. They get that tail wagging, and then they just like
Yeah, and it takes extensive training to just get them off you. Like, they just barrage the hell out of you. It's fucking annoying. And they need to go outside a lot. Like, fuck that. I don't have time for this shit. They're just high maintenance, you know?
Yeah. When when Zach wanted to get an animal, he wanted a puppy, and I'm like, "Are you gonna take it for a walk every day?" And he's like, "Yeah, I could do that." I'm like, "Are you gonna stand out there in 100-degree weather?" And he thought about it. He's like, "I think I'll get a cat." And now we have Callie.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
Callie Monster.
They're not like weather dependent. It's like, oh well, you don't have to go on a walk today.
Although we are gonna get Callie probably a little harness here in the next month or so when it starts cooling down, so we can take her outside. She almost ran out the door the other day. So.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna sidetrack us again.
That's fine.
We replenish the feeders in our yard for the birds and stuff because there's a lot of birds in our area, and it also gives the cats something to watch. It's their Netflix, and we've had 3 nests on our house this year so far, and so they're up in our front yard, in our front patio little area. There's like a little nest up there for the swallows in the area. And she heard them chittering one day, and I had the door open. She fucking instantly, like, ran for the door. Like, Pooper has never done that before. And I've never had a cat do that. And she just, like, instantly, she's like, I'm gonna get those birds! And I had to, like, grab her little face. I felt
Jesus.
so bad I grabbed her face! I was like, Ellie!
Holy shit.
So yeah, we're gonna take her outside one day, see how she does in the harness.
Yeah. Wow. All right. I don't think I've ever seen a cat in a harness. Is that a common thing?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it for sure. They can definitely.
Sure. I'm not doubting the capability. Have you seen those transparent backpacks?
Oh, I have thought about that so many times, so I could take Cooper everywhere with me. I would do it in a heartbeat if he wouldn't freak out. I know he, for a fact, would freak out. For sure. Yeah, he would not have a good time. He would be screaming.
I mean, Faye built an entire catio, is what she calls it, just so they can experience the outdoors safely.
Oh, yeah, like where you have like a little net area for them stuff?
Well, it's a cage, really, is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, I mean, they like it.
Yeah, they're happy.
They lounge out there, chitter at birds.
Chitter at the birds. Cats are great. You should play the cat
They're
game.
fine. They're better when they're outside.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, we're talking about games. Any more games?
There's no proof of that. I don't know. That was it for me, though. By the way.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I guess that leaves us into the news. Or do you want to talk about food again? Dipping things into tomato sauce or soup.
You know, I used to eat frozen corn dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember. I remember your obsession.
Oh, have
with
we
corn
talked about
dogs.
this before? Oh, fuck.
I think me and you have. Yeah, that's why there's the
Well, no. I'm sorry. Not just the fact that they are from the freezer. I'm saying I would not heat them up as a child and suck on them.
Okay, no, we
I would just pull them out of the freezer and suck on them like a lollipop.
like a popsicle, like that's
Yeah,
your popsicle,
like a popsicle. Yeah.
bready popsicle.
Yeah, over time it would sort of crumble in your mouth. It's great.
I'm literally joking. Oh my god, I can't believe the that explains.
I
so
think
much
that's the
about
thing
you.
in my family I got the most shit for. It was very odd.
I thought
I think that's the first sign of like severe laziness I showed. Because I'm like, I don't want to heat this up. I'll just stick it in my mouth till it gets warm.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Do you want to keep talking about food? Or should we go to the news?
Let's go to the news, even though I love food. Holy shit. I'm going to die. I can just imagine little Portz just like numbing a fucking...
Playing video games, sucking on a corn dog.
Okay. So, first big thing that we're going to talk about this week is actually Minecraft. And Minecraft made a bold statement this week, officially, talking about their position on NFTs. And so they posted this huge thing talking about NFTs, how it affects people, and what are going to be some of the repercussions coming up. And Minecraft is already going through some major, like, I don't know how else to put this, censorship changes. So they're going to be adding, like, the ability to ban people's accounts on private servers, possibly. Like, get your Minecraft account permanently banned. And
that doesn't
shit
exist?
like that. No.
Oh, my God.
I know, it's not like BattleEye, like, or any, like, thing that does anything like that. Minecraft, sure. If you have a private server, it is private. It kept their, like, shit safe, sort of thing. You had, like, an
right.
if there was anything weird happening on somebody's server. But anyway, they made this huge announcement talking about NFTs, and to ensure the safety of players, they basically said that any blockchain technologies are not permitted to be integrated inside Minecraft clients or server applications. And
let's get some applause for, I was going to say Mojang, but is it?
It's Microsoft.
Microsoft?
It's Microsoft now.
Wowee.
Yeah, so, like, if you have something already set up, there was already a lot of, like, Minecraft
By
NFTs.
the way, to just add to this NFT conversation.
Right.
Tim Sweeney, I hope you're listening. I was on the Epic Store, regrettably, yesterday.
Oh, no.
Because they have a sale going on. I was like, they might have something. Who knows?
They might.
I'm not above looking.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
Turns out they didn't have much. But the main problem is, looking on their store, they push those fucking, like, free-to-play garbage games pretty heavily. You have to sift through that fucking garbage.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, there's not zero of that on Steam, but it's never the front page. And if it is, it's like a category you've already liked or like played a bunch of shit in, you know?
Right.
Also, I don't think they have an ignore feature.
They don't.
Steam will never show. Oh my God, there's so many missing things from fucking Epic. Jesus Christ.
No rating system. No, like, similarity issues.
No rating system. No fucking recommendations from your friends. No, how much time people have spent in it that are your friends. Like, fucking, why would you even have friends? Because there's zero benefit to communicating with them on the Steam or on the Epic platform.
Is there
fucking?
Is there categories?
What was the other thing I ran into?
There's no categories, right? Like you.
Oh, it was super unobvious to me what was actually on sale, unless you look at the price.
Ooh.
Like I click the sale page and I scroll down, and then once you stop, like once you reach the bottom of the sale, it doesn't end. It just keeps going to the rest of the store. Like, here's some trash you might fucking like, but there's no distinction. It's so terrible.
That's weird. That's bad. They're trying to doom scroll you on a fucking store.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fucking epic. Anyway, so yeah, they made this huge announcement. Basically, they're trying to, I think it's a couple reasons. One, the target audience of this game is still children. Doesn't matter how many older people like myself that still play the game or manage servers and so on and so forth. The target audience is children. And that's what I think Microsoft is also going for, is
That's
like
great.
targeting kids
Good for them.
and trying to protect kids, but they're also trying to nickel and dime kids with the Bedrock version. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Oh.
But also I think it's because they can't get a cut of any of the NFT stuff too. Because they are introducing microtransactions into like Bedrock editions and stuff like that through the marketplace that they have. But they can't do that with Java. Java's been modded, and like Java's able to be like, you know, edited and stuff like that, which is where everybody was doing these like blockchain games. The biggest one being Minecraft or NFT World, sorry. And so yeah, that was the biggest hit, and like all of the currency for NFT World just like plummeted. It like just fucking spiraled out of control. And
Wow.
So that caused a severe angry reaction in the NFT market. Everybody was like yelling at Microsoft saying they don't know what they're doing. NFT and Web3 is the future, blah, 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 blah.
It's so crazy how desperate they are for that future.
It's so desperate. Yeah, there was a guy who like yelled at me a few months ago for like, I said I wasn't interested in his NFT bullshit, and he got like mad at me, and it was a Minecraft one. And as soon as this came out, I sent him the article. I'm like, I hope you weren't still involved in that. No response. So
Hilarious.
sorry, buddy. But I called it. I even said, I'm like, Microsoft will eventually make a stop to this. And they're like, no, it's fine. They haven't stopped modded. And I'm like, this isn't modded. This is something entirely that they can't, like.
Ugh, they got the blinders on.
Yeah. So anyway, the NFT company that owns the NFT Worlds, the Minecraft World one, which is really dumb. You can buy chunks. Anyway, just rent a fucking server.
Sorry, what?
You buy chunks. Chunks in Minecraft are like it's like a grid system with how the world works. And you would buy like a section of the grid and
Oh, so this is like the metaverse, like real estate shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's the real estate shit.
At first I thought you said you buy drugs. So I had to clarify that.
No. Yeah. So, NFT Worlds made a huge announcement a couple of days ago after this huge thing, saying that they were going to make their own Minecraft-style game that looked and feels like Minecraft, but would have Web3 abilities in it. Good fucking luck. We'll see how well it does. It's not going to be Minecraft. That's the thing, is like, you had a good thing going with Minecraft, and as soon as Microsoft pulls it from you...
Why don't you guys just go corrupt Roblox? I'm sure they're down for it.
Oh, actually, that would be a good move, because Roblox is still kind of like the Wild West of everything.
They'll let you do whatever the fuck you want over there.
But yeah, I was happy to see it. A lot of people were happy to see it. A lot of people were also conflicted because of like the whole censorship that's been going on with Microsoft and Minecraft. But at the end of the day, it is still a game for kids, and try to teach kids to put their time into getting money into a video game outside of like it's basically child labor. It's fucking child labor, okay? Just call it what it fucking is, you assholes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Speaking of NFTs, Square Enix.
God.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take in human, I was going to say history, but in the human future?
I don't think we're going to be alive much longer.
The term NFT.
I'm hoping I hope that things go in the way of Stray, and it's just cats. Cats are the only thing.
Oh, okay.
And robots. I'd be okay with that. Square. Oh, I was hoping there would be an NFT reference. They did mention a plague, and I was like, oh fuck, COVID. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so Square Enix teams up with
You know, I was actually thinking about this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's gonna be really difficult in the future to go back and watch old shit that references a plague or some sort of like stuff like that, and not think like you're gonna get the timeline confused. Once it's like 20 years removed, you're gonna be like, oh, was that That was they're probably just talking about COVID because it was around that time. But it's like 10 years earlier. It had nothing to do with it.
Right. Oh God, there was a movie. I forgot who it's with. I think it's with like Mark Wahlberg or somebody that looks like Mark Wahlberg with like a plague. I can't remember, or maybe it's Matt Damon. No, it's Matt Damon.
Oh.
I think it's Matt Damon. And
The Happening is like the deadly premonition of movies.
Yeah, that's the Contagion. It was a Matt Damon movie that came out in 2021. So as soon as and I never seen it, and as soon as COVID started happening, my fucking ex made me watch this, and I was so traumatized and so stressed, and I was crying.
Oh my God!
Fucking asshole! Yeah, it did not help my anxiety any worse. Anyway, back to NFTs and Square Enix. Square Enix has teamed up with Engine. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's EN.
Just an engine on the side of the road. ENJIN. Whatever. I'm calling it Engine. To make Final Fantasy VII NFT collectibles. I don't know. Great.
It's going to be digital collectibles for the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. They would basically make branded tokenized collectibles using their bullshit network, blah, blah, blah. Again, Square Enix going the way of blockchain and NFTs, even though it sold off like a lot of its Western game studios. They're just like, yeah, we sold all these companies so we can invest in NFTs. Because remember, they sold off like Tomb Raider.
I do.
And all that shit. Yeah.
Crystal Dynamics and IO.
Yeah, IO are gone. Yeah,
which that seems crazy because Hitman was hot as fuck when they did that.
Yeah, and Tomb Raider always did well when they had a fucking game for it. Like it's just
not to their standards. Remember, it only sold 7.3 million or whatever.
Oh yeah, only 7.3 million. Fucking drunk. They must be drunk on NFTs or blockchain or some shit like that. But basically, these digital collections will be accessible to the consumer to purchase items in physical collections as well. And it's supposed to launch in 2023. They can start pre-ordering action figures today at the Square Enix store, which sounds like a fucking scam. But that's just me. It just seems very fucking weird. But Engine...
The problem...
Go ahead.
One of the problems... There's lots of problems. One of the problems with this, like, forced rarity on the NFT kind of thing, right? Is that people have to care first.
Yeah.
And they might, just because it says Final Fantasy.
Right. I think
but you know about the rarity ahead of time.
Yeah.
So most people who don't get in aren't going to give a fucking shit.
Yep.
The people that end up with it are going to pay too much, and the people who don't have it are going to be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll get the next thing or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There will always be a next thing to get. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
So the resale value on stuff like that, I don't think can stick around.
I don't think so either. I think it will, yeah. But eventually, they did say that they're dedicated to doing, like, carbon neutral NFTs, which, whatever the fuck that means, maybe they're trying to go with, like, a greener NFT, like, chain, which, it just, all of it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't give
power
a shit about
constantly.
That, to be honest with you. I just, like... Wait, the NFTs shouldn't generate any power, right? I thought that was crypto that's like really.
Oh, I guess that is mining, yeah. But I mean, at the end of
I don't
the
know.
day,
I don't know what a green NFT even means.
I don't know either.
I guess the blockchain takes some power, right?
Right.
But
it always has to be like
I don't know.
On and whatever.
Fucking explain it, someone.
Please.
I've not found a good summary of the actual steps to set something like that up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's their like dedication, which is why partly Square Enix has has chosen them as their NFT people. I think it's gonna go in the way of, like you said, a few people are gonna get it. Everybody else is gonna be mad, and then nobody else is gonna buy anything else. And as soon as that, like any Tifa ones, they're gonna be bought up, and everybody's gonna be tilted. And you know.
Oh, did you see the Thanos Tifa
yes.
pose?
Holy fuck.
Oh, it's
that
so
butt.
good.
That butt.
I want that statue.
Okay, go get it.
I don't think they made it.
We have a 3D printer.
Oh, yeah?
I'll do it.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I'll draw it up. I'll drop the CAD for you.
Yeah, just give me that CAD and we'll call it good. We'll call it good. Okay. Yeah, fuck that shit. Anyway, so some cool news that I did find. Well, I guess this isn't cool. We'll do the cool thing last. We'll do the fucking whatever thing next. China is getting Diablo Immortal today.
Oh, finally. Hey.
Finally. Net easy.
Good for them.
Yep.
Do they know it sucks?
Well, I mean, Diablo 3 was one of their highest grossing games in China alone. So
really?
Yeah. Diablo 3
wow.
is big over there. Any Activision game does really well over there, which is why Activision is like so hush hush.
Right.
Buddies with China. Because, you know, it does that. But anyway, so Tencent ended up getting the go-ahead to release the game as a co-development with Activision. So Activision is working with Tencent specifically to release it in the country now. After like the whole controversial like social media post that called the Chinese president or whatever the fuck he is, the Communist Party person, Pooh Bear,
the owner of China. Yeah.
The owner of China.
CEO of China.
CEO Pooh Bear.
The definitely still communist country. Don't check into that.
Yeah, definitely still communist. Fucking surveillance state, crazy madness over there. Anyway, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Thank fucking God.
You wanted something controversial.
There we go. China is communist. There's my controversial statement. I only speak the truth. Anyway, so Diablo Immortal, as we know, has been a shit show of angry fans, but still making them millions of dollars every single day. I have no idea. I bet you they're gonna get mad at Blizzard. I would love it if they would like China's government shuts down like Activision over there, because this is gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people are gonna download the game. Yada yada yada. It'll be interesting. But yeah, it was supposed to originally hit in June of 23rd, but it's been delayed since then. It's been a whole month. How active is that game still?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Like NetEasy was supposed to originally do the contract with Activision, but they basically got kicked out. and Tencent took over. But yeah.
Rip.
Yeah. So the official Diablo Immortal account that NetEasy operates on the microblogging site has been blocked for posting violating relative laws and regulations, blah 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 blah, and they haven't commented. They haven't talked about it since then. And so Tencent took over and stepped in. So oh well. Good luck getting your people to try to work now. That's why they were like thinking about that's why video games have been like so restricted over there for the young population.
Because they don't want to play.
They wouldn't go to school.
They
wouldn't go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still fucking went to school. I slept like 2 hours. But that's beside the point. So the cool thing I did find this week was about a story about a man. His name is Josh Fabian. He is the CEO and co-founder of a video game coaching platform called Metafy.
What?
Metafy? Meta and then F-Y? Fi?
So not one of the big ones? Got it.
It's not one of the big ones, but he started this up by himself. And he's only 32. He's a high school dropout. He took video game side hustle and basically made a $105 million.
I'm 2 years younger than this guy. That's embarrassing for that guy. 'Cause I'm gonna do it next year.
You're gonna do it next year? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what game it's gonna be yet. Maybe.
You're gonna become a Minecraft coach.
Modding Dungeon Siege. I'll teach people how to mod 2002's Dungeon Siege.
You'll become the next Dungeon speedrunner.
Well, there's like 4 of those. That's a lot of competition.
I mean, you can always get into Mario. See how well that does.
Oh my god. Dude, I should take Squeaks' VODs and try to recreate them one for one.
just cut out Squeaks and then put yourself there.
Oh, okay. That would be a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, he's always been like kind of treated different for being a gamer. But
sure.
During COVID times, he started doing like a little bit of like online platform like coaching and paid coaching on the side. And since COVID caused more people to have more time, more people seeked out coaching, and eventually he turned his like little side business into a full-fledged company. And like the company has raised like $34 million from investments, and like it's valued at $1.5 million. That was back in February.
Sweet.
But yeah, he like became nationally ranked in like Yu-Gi-Oh when he was like a kid, and he just kept going and grinding video games and shit like that. Like he was working at like Groupon and all these big startups, and he's like, yeah, fuck this shit. And then would play like games like Hearthstone and Clash Royale while, trying to like make it there. He said he did do streams, and that's eventually how people started requesting one-on-one coaching sessions, and then he just straight up did coaching sessions. And so yeah, and then he got more and more people included, and it just escalated from there. Which is
That's awesome.
I think it's so cool. Like, I think it's cool at all that people like are willing to coach others and like help each other out in gaming like that. Like, take the time and do that, and I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's super cool when they charge them too.
Yeah, and you can make money.
Bridge Burners Anonymous, my Dota team, has looked into Dota coaching from Purge, and it's $300 an hour.
Holy shit, $300 an hour?
Yeah, because he's such a celebrity.
Oh, he's so
in rare.
Fancy.
He's in, yeah.
I have the hiccups.
Oh, Jesus. That's no good for podcasting.
I know. I'm not even drunk. What the fuck?
Gotta say something that scares you. I don't know.
Todd Howard is retiring.
Tim Sweeney's at your door right now.
Oh God, that is worse. That's 100% worse. Help, Mom, please.
He's coming after you for your opinions on NFTs.
Get the fuck
He's
up.
got a shotgun.
Call the cops. Wait, I have a shotgun. He's fucked. I win.
Oh, shit.
I have
Your
high ground.
shotgun trumps his.
I have the high ground, Anakin. It's
True,
clearly
you
that.
can just get him from the roof.
I'm going to climb on the roof like a little fucking animal out my window, scale the building, and get on the roof. And then I'm going to scream at Tim Sweeney and just be like, hey, bitch. And he's going to look up at me, and then I'm going to blast him.
Has anyone, if Tim Sweeney ever dies but via shotgun, we're going to be in some trouble.
It's going to be like a mysterious accident. Like, I'll just get away with it like Dick Cheney did, okay? I'll fucking do it.
Oh, shit, dude. He was wearing the wrong colors.
He clearly walked in front of me. I'm clearly a monster. Anyway.
Are we newsed out?
That's news. That's it.
Hmm.
That's it. That's the news.
Feels good to be fully informed about everything that's happening in video games.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
The Minecraft thing was like my favorite thing all week. Just watching fucking Twitter like explode and like it be trending every day. It was like.
It's so funny because something that popular obviously has massive support from both sides of whatever is going on, right?
Right. Yeah. It's it'll be interesting to see how it continues and like how people just like freak out. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
No problem. I was here anyway. I had to do the podcast. Hey.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at Evil Space Money and the Real Ports, and our podcast Ignore Backlog at Twitter and Ignore the Backlog on TikTok.
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 Motherfuckers.
Go
Time's
like our
draining
shit.
out. You're wasting your life before you see the memes on TikTok.
Yeah. And
I assume.
Yep. Okay. I don't know
Give
how
us a follow.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow you back, but proverbially.
Yeah, mentally.
Yeah, we'll keep track of you mentally on a list.
We definitely keep track of everyone on a list.
Yeah, for sure. We know everyone.
Yeah, we know where everybody knows your name.
I'm mostly Tim Sweeney focused, but I will take some time to see what you're doing as well. Thank you for listening again. And that's the end of the podcast.
Good night.
And salutations. Good. Merry Christmas.